this could be it. No.
No.
It's not going to be it. I know it's not going to be it. But.
Ansen very unlikely to call. But hey, if it was 50 million and Livingston had 50 million, this really could be it.
Well, what a moment for Livingston, who we know can make big laydowns. He was really, I'll say, slapped around a little bit a couple nights ago when he folded queens to Gary Gates' raise with tens. And then last night, ironically, he knocked out Gary Gates holding queens.
For Livingston, you have to assume that Ansen's opening pretty wide. Sammartino knows that and has 25 big blinds. So ace-jack rates to be a pretty good hand here.
What? I can die if you wait other 5 minutes. My heart go boom, 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 boom.
I know you're already sick. I'm gonna, but it's a close one, Dario.
Yeah.
Obviously, of course I don't fake tank.
Subtle dig at Maz.
I mean, I shouldn't say anything because Ansen's still mad.
Yeah, Ansen is behind him, the chip leader who opened.
How much is it?
He does
50 million.
muck the ace-jack.
Good luck, Dario, I think.
Bad news for Dario. And Ansen makes the call, so Sammartino at risk.
I had this. I shouldn't tell you, but I had ace jack.
You just told him?
Oh, I hate when people do that. It's like, you're drawing way worse than you think.
So the chip leader with a chance to get us heads up right now. Dario Sammartino on the hook, looking for help with ace-jack, knowing an ace and a jack has been folded.
And by the way, the percentages you're seeing do not reflect that ace and jack are no longer in play.
So the pocket sixes belong to the chip leader. Ace-jack of spades to Dario Sammartino. The next payout is $4 million. None of it is bad news for Dario right now.
It's also nice to be Livingston right now.
Oh, absolutely. He has a chance to get heads up and guarantee himself $6 million. 2 nines and an 8 out there. Only one spade. Dario Sammartino with a classic run to the final table. Oh, wow. 8, 9, 10, jack. How you feeling, Mr. Ansen?
A smile from Dario as he gets a slot machine of outs there with an up and down straight draw now. 20 outs to stay alive for Dario Sammartino.
One card to come. Will Dario double up or be our third place finisher? Will Ansen take an even more monster chip lead heads up? And it is a queen! And the straight comes home for Sammartino.
And we're about to hear some really cool songs.
Wow. This is such a huge moment for both of their careers and bankrolls.
I don't think it'll be in their heads. It's tough to say that, seeing a massive $500,000 gold bracelet and just bricks of cash and say, no, they'll probably be fine. Just another poker game. But they've both shown that they're not letting the lights and the, everything surrounding how big this event is bother them.
They seem to be enjoying the moment somewhat, as Kara mentioned on the break desk, with each other, with their rails. And this is where the rails can take a lot of that tension away from you.
And both players starting the heads-up match with very above average hands.
Ansen flop the jack.
Check.
This could cost Dario. Jack's up now for Ansen. Remember that feature table many, many days ago when we had Antonio Esfandiari. He had Dario at that table, and Dario just struggling all day. And that may have lit a little fire under him when he got Antonio's chips.
Yeah, that's a good point. Dario was at a feature table for at least a whole day before getting deep, too. He has been under the lights this whole entire time, and he wasn't feeling well for most of it. It's a lot of stress to put on your body. And then if this match lasts long, I mean, heads up is the most exhausting form of poker.
And he was in that center of that little storm they had when we were 11-handed. And so we've seen a lot of Dario in this main event. Ansen with a big raise with the 2 pair.
Dario wondering if Ansen could just be trying to set the tone for this heads-up match. That he's going to be the aggressor and that Dario's not going to get away with anything. But we see that Ansen just has top 2.
Dario peeking over the shades at his counterpart. And he makes this call. Sammartino in big trouble until now.
What a first hand of heads up. This is crazy. Second hand. The first one was so not crazy.
The first one was great too. I mean,
it.
you know. But here, 2 pair versus 2 pair as Dario rivers aces up.
Check.
Look at that cash. My goodness. And the bracelet stands out there too. What a moment here. And now Dario wondering what he can get from Ansen. And it's probably more than he thinks.
Yeah, it seemed like he called the turn thinking that his hand was good. And that Ansen didn't have that huge of a holding. But then when you river so well, you go, okay, I hope I was wrong.
55 million. Call.
Ace 9.
And the call.
Ace 9.
Ace 9 is
Mamma
good.
mia, mamma mia.
Oh my goodness, what a pot, what a swing! Almost 185 million in the middle. Ansen hit jacks up. Dario rivered him for that monster win. To get this far, just about everything needs to go right. And when the big money is on the line, to see a river like that, it can be devastating. Sammartino made it $1.7 million.
All in.
Raising all in.
Count, but I think I have to call.
And ask for a count.
About 28 big ones or so.
22.
Just knowing that Marchington has the ability to get out of line would be enough for me to make this call.
17-2.
17-2.
We have a different
more
number.
than that.
We've got a different number.
10, 15, 17.
That's the stack of 10.
It's like 22-2.
20. I would call it.
Did Dario say call?
Yes.
Yes.
Right? That's 10,000.
Now, so that's interesting.
Sorry,
20 million.
22-2.
I don't think the hands
Get a
have been
floor.
exposed
Yeah, we
yet,
do.
but they need the floor.
Brian, I miscounted the stack and announced the wrong amount. He asked for a count and I announced the wrong amount by 5 million.
The dealer announced it was 17-2, but it was really 22-2, which I pointed out. And now the floors are being called over.
Well-
Dario called the 17-2.
We put in the stack of chips.
It will be call.
It will be a call?
Yes.
Showdown.
Okay. Well, Dario with 10s. Did that make a difference?
I think
I
he
asked
still would
how
have
much was,
ended up
and she
calling.
says 17. Okay, and I call. But if she said the right things, probably I don't know if I call.
Very unfortunate.
I put the chips right like this because she said 17. But
He's going to double
she
up.
was wrong.
He's against 10s. Well, shouldn't jinx you, but it's 8-7-4.
It's not fair. It's not my fault. Eh?
There's no at fault here, right?
Yeah, but it's not my fault. She make a mistake.
That'll be accepted action.
I agree with him. I mean,
Come on.
yeah.
But how is possible? It's no sense. Because I call 20 bigs, but I can't call 30 bigs. Of course. of course, I have to think. Probably I can fold this hand. I don't know if I fold. I wanna be honest. Okay. Sometimes I fold. Sometimes I call. But this is not fair, guys. This is not my fault, for sure.
Jack Effel is here to help resolve it.
No, I put the chips inside, 17.
He showed,
Okay.
he asked for a count. I miscounted and said 17.2. He moved this stack of chips forward.
And
he said,
no, it's
the
not
wrong
17.
count, it's 22.
Okay.
It's 22 something.
Doesn't matter. It's accepted. It's accepted action with the chips, regardless of what the dealer says. The action is going to stand, and you're going to have to call the bet. That's an accepted action. The hands are out. The chips are in play. The action is going to stand as it is. It's an accepted action. It's very clear in the rules. There's no change in this decision. This is a very simple decision. So we're going to make the bet right for what the bet needs to be.
Sorry. Okay.
She could say it was. She could say it was 3 million. She could say it was 3 million. She could say it was 3 million. There'd be 30 million out there. You would still be held to the same.
No, wait. But
chips.
17 and 22
doesn't matter.
Eh?
Doesn't matter. It's accepted action.
And 27.
Listen to me. We have a rule in the World Series of Poker. It's called accepted action. You're accepting the action that's in front of you, regardless of what the amount is, regardless of what she said. Even though she miscounted, what you see, it's still your responsibility to understand. Doesn't matter. You can't talk your way out of it. The call is going to be for the amount, which is going to be 22 million?
22.2.
22.2. That's going to be the call.
It's not fair for sure. This is not fair.
That's it. That's it.
This is not fair for sure.
Let's roll. You're calling 17, you're calling 22.
What?
He should have said that.
That's not true, Jack.
He really say this?
Yeah, he just said yes.
He say this?
Yeah.
I call 17, I call 22?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Oh my God, guys.
That's ridiculous.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
22 is going to be, it's because
I
it's
understand the
accepted
ruling.
action.
We don't like his needle at the end, where he says, oh, if he's calling 17, he was calling 22. That's inappropriate.
But it's,
And I know that Jack's at the top, but that was an inappropriate needle to a guy who's in a very
but everybody know 20 bigs and 27 bigs change everything.
completely different spot.
Completely different.
Yeah.
Put out the turn.
Tell them we're ready to finish the hand.
By the way, Nick Marchington's
Floor said we're
credit,
ready
he
to finish
agreed
the hand.
with Dario, even though he stands to benefit from this. But the rule is fairly clear,
I don't think it's fair.
and we'll go over it again a little later.
Can we please just run out of 5 on this river,
5 would be a
please?
fair result. I'm just going to say that.
That would be nice.
So the dealer can sleep
agree?
at night and that Dario
room
doesn't have
for
to
5
lose his
and
chips
move
in
on.
this stupid way.
So it is a full double up for Marchington. The full 22 plus. A very unfortunate sequence of events. Ansen with a hand to raise. Sue with a hand to raise.
Raise 6.8.
Two biggest stacks on a collision course here pre-flop.
Ansen involved again.
We know that Sue doesn't back down, but Ansen has shown that he's not trying to tangle in big pots. He definitely is preserving his chip stack. You know that Sue is loose and that he can have a wide range of hands here. His chips are very much in play, but if you just flat here, you can take your 10s in position, and that's never bad. If you ended up 4-betting, you're kind of turning your 10s into a bluff.
There is the call. So big pot between the two big stacks, 15.2 million in the middle. We haven't seen a flop.
Got 2 players.
Ace queen against 10s. Oh, wow. What a flop. Worthy of these stacks, worthy of this moment.
Trouble brewing in seat 9.
Top pair, top kicker. Ansen with the set.
But 3 or 6 million.
Nice little gulp from Hossein.
Well, however Ansen ends up playing this, it looks like he is going to build quite a divide between his stack and the second biggest stack. He is in a position here to really run it up.
And this is the opponent that you want to make a set against. He doesn't value his tournament life as much as almost anyone else who's still left.
And he's sticky.
He's sticky. If he thinks he's the best hand, he will stick chips in. If he thinks he can make you fold, he will stick infinite chips in.
So there's just a call. Paired board now.
And all the more reasons for Timothy Sue
Checks.
to think he might have the best hand here.
Sue checks it.
Checks.
Check, check. Interesting.
Pot has not inflated as I thought it might. And that check behind from Ansen could bear fruit right here.
This has to be 15, something like that.
But 16 million.
Inflation just hit the board.
We haven't seen Sue tested yet with an opportunity to make a big fold. No one's really given him any kind of resistance.
He will get that opportunity right here.
Would you make it extra big to make it a little suspicious?
Yeah, he has to make it look like he has king jack, ace king, ace jack.
Wow, most of the yellow going in.
Raise.
Now, what does Sue see in that? Opportunity? Danger? He made the call? Oh, a crushing blow to Timothy Sue. And once again, Hossein Ansen is the recipient of a monster pot. Twice in one day. And Greenwood looks a little pained, like he's going to do something.
To be fair, he's pretty balanced with that. He always looks in pain.
Mm-hmm.
How come you don't give me any credit for that?
It's just your face, Norm.
Well.
Oh. Ace, ace. It's been a while since we've seen those two cards.
Not happy. Not happy.
But suited connectors, like 8-7, 9-8, 10-9. Among the best hands to crack pocket aces.
And he does make a big bet, 10 big blinds here, but he's relatively deep with Sue.
Call.
Two of the bigger stacks of the table.
With an economy of motion, a call. Sam Greenwood going to the bank. Aces against the biggest stack in the room.
Bet.
Looks like about 1.8. Yeah, so he doesn't size up here.
Yeah.
Definitely has a big hand to protect. Perhaps he's not trying to inflate a pot in a spot where a lot of turn cards are going to be really scary for him.
It's certainly worth Timothy Sue seeing a turn card here. He's getting 4-1 on this call, and he's less than a 2-1 dog in the hand.
Call.
He does call, and they're building a monster pot here. A big hand and a big hand in progress.
Now that the Jack of Spades has peeled off, his backdoor clubs are dead. You just have a straight draw.
Sam Greenwood giving this plenty of thought. It is worthy of every second he takes going up against the chip leader with an opportunity to become one of the monster stacks in the room. Here it comes.
Bet. 3.5.
Smallish.
That is smallish.
All in?
Oh my
He
goodness.
says all in. Now to Greenwood with the aces.
Wow.
Oh my God, so much to think about.
What do you do?
We haven't seen Sue get out of line at all. He's barely played any hands. Sam has almost no information on him except that he seems to be a pretty snug player. But snug players don't really get 29 million chips in the main.
And this decision for all of Sam Greenwood's chips.
He just built himself a monster arsenal. He sees this opportunity in front of him. He does make the call with aces.
Sue
turns over his draw.
Sorry, I just wanted to see if somebody was busting at the other.
That was good.
So Sam Greenwood way ahead, 4-1. But Sue with 8 outs to knock out Sam Greenwood.
Is absolutely massive. This got swollen to 31 million chips, which would make Greenwood the chip leader if he can just hold, which he's going to do 82% of the time.
Timothy Sue has to catch a clean river card. And Sam Greenwood is your main event chip leader here late on basics. Greenwood sits down.
I'll take it.
And Sue watches this river card come down. Oh! The king comes home for Timothy Sue, sending Sam Greenwood to the rail. Oh my goodness, what a bold play.
Oh my God, I cannot believe that.
What a brutal ending to Sam Greenwood's main event.